You like my cigarettes? Anything can be whatever we want it to be, you guys. Learn something from trans people. The fact that people don't know this already just makes me sad. I know that my car is leaking something other than oil because I smell it. Whatever it is, I smell it. There's so many expenses, are there not? Like, I was thinking about all the extra expenses we have because we insist on driving vehicles. And as much as I love you, Thelonious, I love you so much. You're a pain in the ass. And literally, you have a pain in your ass right now. Have you seen the back of it? You don't understand the joke. It's not a joke. It's a bit. It's a bit. We hit a guardrail and tore off the panel of the rear end. It's very obvious. Ooh, look, it's Kerry Harris again. Wait for him, wait for him, wait for him. There he is. Say hi to Kerry. Say bye to Kerry. Ooh, look, it's my favorite power line. I'm easily amused, and I'm also easily annoyed. That's the flip side. Maybe that's why I have a flip phone, because I live on the flip side. You know, something I noticed about my flip phone is that it has certain smart features. Apparently you can access the internet on it. I won't fucking do it because I hate the internet. Y'all know my feelings on the internet. But it figures that the cheapest flip phone I could get at the Verizon store was part smart. The thing is though, I don't like staring at a phone looking for information. That's why I don't have a smartphone. I definitely ain't gonna do that with a flip phone because it's even harder to find information on a flip phone than it is a smartphone. Because at least with a smartphone you have a touch screen. With a flip phone, you have to do all that shit with the keys, and it's just really frustrating. I looked at that shit and I was like, why would anybody do this? But I asked myself the same question about the smartphone, but I guess you just get used to it, you know? I'm sure it's like that with all new technology. I'm sure it's like that with all new things, period. You just have to get used to it, and then you're like, all right, I guess this is life now. You know, I'm sure that there were Luddites that existed back then about automobiles, you know? I mean, there are plenty of people that refuse to get a car. There are plenty of people that just take the bus or they walk or they get rides from people, you know? So it's possible to live your life without certain technological advancements. It's just a lot harder and it takes you a lot longer to do things. But people that opt out of that will swear up and down that it's worth it, you know? But yeah, I was thinking that when I was getting my car serviced. Like, all of the bullshit that you have to deal with taking care of a car. Now, upon inspecting the engine, it really is an amazing thing. I mean, cars are just like an incredible invention. but they cause so much complications. One should ask themselves, is it worth it? I mean, I don't think it's worth it with the smartphone. I guess it just depends on your standards of life, and it depends on what you value, you know? And I was thinking about that in relation to like social media and stuff. You know, like I really, really value my alone time. You know, obviously that's why I don't want to be in a relationship. It's like I have to force myself to hang out with my own friends. Just like I have to force myself to go to work and I have to force myself to go to church. It's like I have very little motivation to do things that I know I need to do. So I'm going to use that motivation properly, you know? I'm not going to waste it on somebody that I don't really want to waste it on. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm extremely mindful of that. I don't think that people are very mindful of like how they spend their time, and they're not mindful of like how they feel about certain things. And since, you know, we live in a society that doesn't value understanding emotions or thoughts or behaviors or any motherfucking thing, then you kind of have to take it upon yourself to pay attention to stuff that nobody's encouraging you to pay attention to. And if you do that, then you're probably going to pay attention to other things that you're definitely not encouraged to pay attention to. You know, so it's a pain in the ass, but it's worth it, you know? It's totally worth it, because the stuff that I value, it's like I have an overzealous amount of awareness, and I have an overzealous amount of understanding when it comes to my emotions and the stuff that I think about. And I don't know, I feel like people don't really value that. If they have technology that allows them to just distract themselves every chance they get, then they're probably going to do that, you know? They're probably not going to be like, instead of getting on my phone for the 300th time today, maybe I should ask myself some questions.